The following example demonstrates data from Southwest Florida in the United States. On the screen I have several shapefiles that have been loaded showing points, polygons, and polylines. This points layer here shows the water permits for the area, and you can zoom in 3D and see that at a better perspective. In the data tree in the top left there, you're able to group folders and drag into polygons, polylines, and points, etc. These contours here show the potentiometric surface, and you're able to do rendering by attribute here. If you zoom in a little bit closer, you can see several conceptual models I developed for the site. I have a DEM in the bottom left there that shows from DeSoto County, and another one from Lake Placid. You're also able to import raster images and show air photos, and that's what's being turned on right now. Once the photos are displayed, you can zoom in a little bit closer into your display on 3D. And you're also able to display multiple 3D viewers on the screen at the same time. So now what you have in the display here is a zoomed in view of the conceptual model shown on the right there, and it shows a better perspective of the conceptual model structure, groups of wells that can be colored different colors based on their screen locations, and I also have a cutaway that shows the geology cutaway. The surface at the top is a DEM that was imported and represents the ground surface, and you can zoom and rotate that 3D view as well. Again, the cutaway allows you to see the inside of your geologic model. Once you have your properties and boundary conditions defined, you can generate a numerical grid and display that on the 3D viewer. And again, you can do a cutaway for that as well. And 3D-Builder allows you to generate multiple numerical grids and display those on the screen at the same time. Now we're just turning off the structural zones and turning on a different numerical grid that was generated, one that has more refined rows or columns, for example. Grids can be colored differently, and you can also define localized grids for local grid refinement. Switching back to the main zoomed out view now, you're also able to see another conceptual model is designed, and I'll turn on the grids for both those conceptual models. So if you're doing multiple projects in the same area, you can design multiple conceptual models using the same set of shapefiles that you can import just once and launch a new modeling project in the subset region. So here's the first numerical grid that I designed, and now another numerical grid for another conceptual model in another county. And you can rotate that in 3D, apply vertical stretch, and see what that looks like as well. So with this mapping environment, it makes it easier for you to design your grid and see where your model exists with respect to background rivers and roads, etc. So there's less number of times you have to go back and forth with your GIS programs. The lines here now show the set of rivers that I defined as for river boundary condition in the numerical model.